Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're here to look at, yes, it's finally here, the Mothership 11 Sunlit Seduction palette from Pat McGrath. Held it up quickly there, but we're going to be looking at it a lot more closely. We are going to swatch it in two different lights. We're going to talk about, we got a lot to talk about actually. Let's just get into it. I will first say that it is finally here, hooray. We here, it's just me, but we here at Not Fit for Print Beauty do tend to suffer from what I like to call the Pat McGrath curse. That is, if Pat McGrath doesn't ship my items out super late, then UPS, their shipping partner, generally loses it. So this time I was actually pretty impressed with when it was shipped, and then UPS lost it, found it, tried to deliver it, didn't deliver it, and then transferred it to USPS, and I finally had it delivered today. So all in all, it's about 4 or 5 days late, which really, with my record with Pat McGrath, is not too bad. I've actually had I've had palettes from Pat McGrath that I've ordered from the brand arrive a month late. That's not unusual. And in fact, I do have one video where they sent me an email that the train it was on, why it was on a train, I don't know, was derailed. And they sent like a helicopter to pick up those ship. It was very strange. So I am really 4 or 5 days late. I suppose I can't complain, but at least the curse keeps going. I actually worry now if they're on time. I hate to say it. So this palette was released, interestingly, it's finally fully released, but there was like a sneak, or some say accidental release, with 30% off one night. I missed that. And then the next morning it came up along with, interestingly enough, this pretty little blush in Paradise Venus, which I'm wearing right now. It came with. I don't know, did the 30% off folks get that as well? Probably. And the Xtreme Black Permagel Eyeliner, which I am already wearing. Let me just put in a word for the Pat McGrath Permagel Eyeliner. Everybody's eyes are a little different. For me, this is the only one that will really last all day. It beats Victoria Beckham Beauty. Beats a lot of them. So this is a really good one, and I figured I'd wear it since they gave it to me. But these are cute. They're little travel sizes. So that's kind of nice and very useful, actually. Came with that. So let me know if you got that, if you got the 30% off, or did you guys get that if you ordered directly? Because I didn't get any money off this time. Usually you get like that 10%. I don't know. And we do also know that Pat McGrath has now come to Ulta, not just Sephora anymore. So that will be interesting to watch that develop as well. Okay, Mothership 11 Sunlit Seduction has beautiful art, as we see. Some of you are feeling that this is too pink again. Well, let's talk about the pinkness. We're going to swatch it in two different lights, and we're going to do two different eye looks. As you see, I don't have any eye makeup on. A little bit of mascara, but you know, and that eyeliner, but that's it. Let's first look at it in the pan, and because of my Pat McGrath curse, you guys have probably all seen this already. Let me get it out of the light there for you. Well, this has gotten a lot of flack. I try to stay away from reviews, but I can't help but hear the scuttlebutt. And a lot of people feel, why do we have another pink palette? Why is this another pink? Why more pink? We want anything but more pink. I can't get on the no pink bandwagon because you guys know me. I love pink. I love pink. Pre-Barbie. I loved pink before Barbie. But do you know what I'm saying? I've always really loved pink, and I like pink eyeshadow. Pink is my kind of go-to neutral even before brown. So I wasn't mad at it, but I do know that there have been a lot of complaints saying that we needed another pink palette, like we needed a hole in the head, that proverbial statement. Yeah, so there was a lot of issues with that. I don't mind it. Let me talk about comparisons. So when we compare pinks, we can compare with Natasha Denona, Sydney Grace. Certainly, we can compare against other Pat McGrath palettes. And we could do that here. I'm happy to do it. Sometimes you guys will even give me swatch requests before the video, and then I can do those in the video. But here's how I'm going to do it this time. So that we don't have a 45-minute long video, go ahead and just let me know what swatch requests you need down below or over on Instagram, and then I'll get those up for you over there. We'll use that mostly for our comparison swatches, or I fear I will just leave something out, or, you know, there's a lot of pinks in Pat McGrath, and when you're cross-branding, oh my goodness. All right, so let's just talk about the palette at hand, the Mothership 11 Sunlit Seduction. Stop for a moment if you would and drop a comment Are you in the yay, more pink, gimme, gimme camp? Or are you in the no more pink, please, Pat camp? Please go ahead and put that below right now. No more pink, please, Pat. Or gimme, gimme, pink, pink, gimme, gimme. Let me know down below. Okay, so we're going to look at some swatches here, and then we're going to do 2 eye looks. Let's first look at these beautiful shades in studio lighting. Look how pretty they are. Some chunky glitters in there. We have some ethereal shades, some textured shades, some astral shades and metallics. You can wear these wet or dry. I'm going to stick with dry, but you know, you can certainly make them more intense by adding some little bit of either like a MAC Fix Plus or just even some little bit of water to your brush for sure. And you know, Pat McGrath came out with, and I missed it, darn it, an eye primer that came, it was released around the same time, and somehow I missed it. Let me know down below if you picked that up and what you think of it, because I am really curious about that eye primer. But to really see this palette in all of its glory, let's take it outside into the warm California sunshine. Here it is again on my arm. It is quite lovely. If you look at that, wow. Very, very, very pretty. Okay, I want to do 2 eye looks, and certainly we could get infinite looks out of this, but I just want to do 2, and I don't have any plans of how I want to do it, to be entirely honest with you. So let's just start. Let's do one really, really pink eye by starting pink eye in pink. I don't want to pink eye. Let's start with this right here. I am using some Sonia G brushes, and I am just going to put some dark, dark pink on the outside of the eye and in the crease, and I'll leave everything else kind of alone. That is a really pretty pink. Now, a lot of us are getting pinked out. I don't know if, certainly I don't know if Pat McGrath, I'm using the same shade, different Sonia G brush. I don't know if Pat McGrath necessarily anticipated the amount of like pink blushes we were going to all be inundated with, speaking of Barbie, and maybe you guys are pinked out because of that, and that could be something you add to the comments below as well. Are you pinked out from Barbie? I don't know. All right, sticking with, I really want to stick with pinks here. Let's keep the same brush and go into this shade right here. Shade names will be on the screen, and I'm just going to press and glide so that we can get this on there and not have too much fallout. Usually I would use my fingers, but lately I've been using a brush for this kind of shade. Ooh, that's pretty. I need to take a clean brush here, and I just kind of want to get rid of that line. I just want to blend that out there. And while I have this brush in my, and no, I'm going to keep with this one because it's nice and flat. Let's go with this shade right here, also sparkly and pretty. And just go on the outside of the eye. That's really, see, that's really pretty. And to me, this is a great neutral night out shade. For you, it might be a great neutral everyday shade. There's no rules. It's just makeup. Now, in brushing that, I took off a lot of the chunky glitter, not onto my face, but I just mean when you apply it, if you pat it on and tap it on, you're going to get a more glittery look. Of course, you could apply it wet. Of course, you could use glitter glue. I didn't want something super glittery, so this suits me. But I'm just letting you know that there's different brushes, different techniques, different ways to apply it, and you're going to get a different look, and that is the artistry of Pat McGrath. A lot of talk of Pat McGrath, you guys. That's one eye look, and I really like it. Let's do a second eye look. A lot of talk, I mean, with her going over to Ulta, what's happening there? With all of the sales, with the TJ Maxxes and all that stuff. A lot of people worried. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's do kind of a browner eye. Ooh, that matte is soft. Over here, I still got new Sonia G brushes now that I'm using. New to this, to the look here. Not new to me. These are tried and true brushes to me. All right, I'm doing an all over kind of brown here on the eye, kind of a cocoa shade on this eye. I will again have the shade names up there. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm going to do the same shade in a very smoky way underneath the eye. I have used, if you're seeing some shine on my face, that'll be listed down below in the description bar. That's just the balm side of the latest Pat McGrath dual-ended balm. You know, the other end is a kind of a blue-leaning duochrome. I didn't think I needed that today, a little bit much, so I just used the balm side, but look how pretty that's giving a light on that side. Okay, so that was this kind of a brown shade, and I'm going to go with a slightly deeper brown right here. In same brush. No need to create brush laundry. We don't need brush laundry. And I'm just going to go there and up. Just a little bit less of a pink look. I mean, it's still kind of a pinky brown, I'm not going to lie. And I am wearing my Dark Star mascara, which is one of my favorite mascaras. And I sometimes forget about it because I open so many new mascaras. So there we go there. Okay, sticking with some of these kind of brown shades, I am going to switch brushes yet again. And we're going to go into this shade here, which is kind of a nice metallic-y foil shade, and go just along the end there. Might have to switch to a pink. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, this, you know, see, this palette does make me happy, you guys. It really does. All right, let's go with this gold. Let's go with this gold. It is Sunlight Seduction, so I guess this is the sun. Of course, the gold is a major multi-chrome, so it's got a lot going there. And I don't know if I would go this over the top if I weren't doing this for us, you guys. You know, I might just, I tend to downplay it. What do you think? Okay, let's look at the two looks. So we've got this look. I like to cover one eye because it can be distracting when I'm you know, when I've got patchwork eyes here. And then both open. See, you guys, I gotta tell you, I love a good Mothership palette. And for me, it felt like it had been a while. And look, being totally transparent, I love pink. So I'm probably not the best one to ask here. I'm going to have fun with this palette. And also perhaps, you guys, really, I come from a time, and you can speak to this in comments if you want, when a Mothership palette was so rare and was so innovative and was so exciting that it does still instill that within me. I'm just not as jaded as I guess I thought I would be after all these years. And so this still brings me joy, you know, to confiscate a common expression. Now, it does bring me joy. Yeah, we've had a lot of pink from her, but I like pink. And these Motherships still make me happy. Do they make you happy still? I kind of want to know what you guys are thinking. I mean, after all, it's what makes us a community. What do you think of the chunkier glitters? You know, I had a little bit, I can feel a little bit of fallout on that side. It doesn't bother me. I'm just like, to me, this is, oh, some people might get upset, but I'm going to say this. The slight discomfort and the slight fallout of the glitter is to me like walking around in a pair of fantastic high heels. They just look amazing, but they're not always the most comfortable. You know, tell me if you agree or not, right? You know, there's something about that. Like, I know I am wearing, though mismatched, stunning eye looks right now. I could tell you because my eyes are not the most comfortable. You know, but they're not uncomfortable either. It's like high heels. That's why I compared it, kind of. Let me know if you can relate, okay? So I really want to hear those comments down below. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow. I have had quite a few people that tell me that, yeah, YouTube's been recommending the videos, so they never even realized they weren't subscribed. So if that is you, give it a check if you're subscribed. I would love it if you could click that subscribe button. It's so helpful to me. Plus, come and say a big hello over on Instagram, TikTok, and now on Threads. Don't forget that you can become a bigger part of this YouTube community. Wow, so many opportunities here. You can become a channel member for weekly membership lives. You can shop from the links below where you don't pay anything else, but a little portion goes back to the channel to buy more makeup, or you can give super thanks. Hey, look, really, in any way that you are here, please know that I am happy to have you at any participation level, and I certainly look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye. A lot of good stuff coming up.